Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's CX Quick Tips, where in 10 minutes or less, we actually help you to secure CX know-how. And now let me explain know-how real quick. So there's a lot of things that we know we need to do, and then there's execution. The know-how's in the middle, and it's oftentimes the stopper. And with me today, I have James Dodkins, who is the CX rock star in the world. Let's just say the world. He has a global stage, that's for sure. James, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, today, so you and I have kind of talked a little bit before broadcasting today, and we wanted to talk and take advantage of some of this COVID stuff that's going on and stop being the victim and be proactive with it. We want to talk about new strains for customer experiences in 2021. So we talked about taking advantage of all this. How are we going to take advantage of the customer experience and really make a difference?
Yeah. So do you want me to get straight into it?
Let's get into it. We got 10 minutes. We have to make sure.
Let's do this. First thing I think is really about customer understanding. What a lot of companies do is they will do customer outreach and they will do feedback things and focus groups with their customers like one time a year. They do it one time a year, they tick a box and it's done. I think companies need to start doing that regularly, just literally every day, talk to their customers, understand their customers. Not asking them what they want, we'll cover that bit later, but really trying to understand them as people, understand their lifestyles, their behaviors, their needs, their successful outcomes, their influences. Really try and understand customers at a deep level, understand what they value, and then make sure that the experiences you're delivering during this time are actually aligned towards the delivery of what they really need.
Well, then you also talked about, I think along with that, and I think you need to have them both. It's expectations and setting expectations. And I would dare to say that's probably internal and external, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, if you don't set your customers' expectations, they'll set them for themselves, and then you won't meet any of them because you won't know what any of them are. And especially at this time when things are still up in the air, you have to be open and honest and transparent with your customers, even if that's telling them bad news. If your delivery is going to be late, set the expectation. If something isn't going to arrive in the form that it was supposed to, set the expectation. Don't just let customers find out this bad news for themselves. Set the expectations, both good and bad. Because look, if you can't be there for your customers in the bad times, I don't really know how you can expect them to be there for you in the good times. And I think setting expectations is the way to do that, being completely open and transparent and honest, especially with bad stuff that's going to happen.
Well, you had talked also about giving, measuring, and giving customers what they want. And you and I had a little bit of dialogue about this, and looking at this from a couple different viewpoints. Like, for example, an organization really is its own, living type of organism.
Yeah.
And so there's got to be some type of human bond there. So if you can, tell us a little bit about giving them what they want, but then also having an identity.
Well, so the way I think about it is, Jim, have you got kids?
Oh, yes.
Right. How old are they?
They are 17, 15, and 12.
Right. If you think back to when they were like 6, if you ask them, what do you want to eat for dinner? What are they going to say?
It's going to be McDonald's, or it's going to be,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Fries and cookies and candy, all on top of a pizza, all inside of a burger, deep fried. Now, in companies, just as in being a parent or a guardian, giving your customers or giving your kids what they want is really expensive and quite dangerous to their health as well. Now, as a parent or a guardian, you don't just give the kid what they want, right? You understand them at a deeper level. You understand that successful outcome that they are there to achieve, even when they don't know it for themselves. And you give them what it is that they need. So, in the terms of the kid eating food, you know that their successful outcome is to grow up healthily, even if they don't understand that themselves. So, what you do is give them what it is that they really need, which is going to be a balanced diet, probably some whole grains in there or whatever. We need to do that with our customers. We need to understand that successful outcome, the thing that they are trying to achieve, that goal, that outcome, that target, even if the customer doesn't really understand it properly for themselves. And then rather than giving the customer what they want, really discern what it is that they need. Customers only want 3 things. They want whatever you're doing faster, whatever you're doing cheaper, and more of it. So more, faster, and cheaper. If you do any customer focus groups or outreach or understanding, and you ask them, what do you want? Hey, random person, how should we run our multi-billion-dollar company? They're going to tell you, you need to be quicker and cheaper and give us more. I've just saved you all a lot of money there, because that's what they're going to tell you. So don't ask customers what they want. Get so close to them that you know what they really need, even if they don't know it for themselves, especially right now, especially when the stakes are so high.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. And I would also add, talking about that expedience, it's being able to deliver on the clarity. And this is kind of what, for me, I see is a lot of times we try to bend to the needs and we shouldn't. And therefore, it's like, well, who are you and what do you provide? And so, much like you were talking about that example, I do the cooking in the house and I love to do that. And so, the kids sometimes I'll give them an option. You can have A or B, and then they'll choose C. I'm like, nope, that's not what we're this place. This kitchen's
Yeah,
not serving that. It's A or B. Well, I'll make what I want. No, that's not an option either. It's A or B. It's this, this is what's being served. And I think
yeah,
that clarity is also important too, don't you think?
yeah, 100%. The thing is, number one, giving customers too many options is a bad thing, especially right now as well. It's giving customers options is just an admission that you don't really know what they need. Because if you really understood what your customers needed, you wouldn't give them options. You just give them what they needed. Now, for some customers, the need of choice is a core need. That's an outlier. But being able to say, look, these are the best options for you. Choose between these, and then the customer go, yeah, but I want this. You go, yeah, but we don't do that as a company. That's not us. And if you try and keep everyone happy, you're going to keep no one happy. So you are right. Understanding your brand identity, understanding what you do, understanding the type of customers that you want, and making sure that everything you do is aligned towards not just pleasing those customers, but attracting those customers. You will start to, help customers self-select away from your company. It's kind of counterintuitive, because of course we get brainwashed into thinking you've got to get as many customers as you can, loads of customers. No, because at the end, that's at the detriment of your customers. Whereas if you've got a very clear idea of this is exactly what we do, and these are the exact type of people that we will serve best, you're going to be in a much better position.
I mean, to me, that is clarity right there. Yeah, and that in the long term, I will now have much deeper emotional and relational type of connection to the customers that know who I am. They know what they're coming to me for, and therefore now I can exceed an expectation.
Yeah.
All right. So, we've had the greatest opportunity to really go through what we've gone through in 2020. And we talked about understanding expectations, and really getting clarity around this customer experience for 2021. What's one thing that you, James Dodkins, are going to do differently for 2021 that's going to make a difference for your followers and your customers?
That's a good question, because I haven't actually spoken to anyone about this yet, and it's still in the pipeline. So, breaking news, you've got an exclusive. I'm going to take a portion of my time and focus on helping independent customer experience trainers, coaches, and consultants grow their businesses. People that are just starting out, people that have been doing it for a while and want to take it to the next level. I've been quite lucky that I've made some good moves in my career in being an independent customer experience trainer and influencer, if you will. I've also made a lot of really bad moves. So what I want to do is kind of fast track people's success a little bit, show them the stuff that has worked, show them the progression. And I think that there's not very many people out there that will be honest about this stuff. And there's going to be people teaching like 7-figure strategies to people that are just starting out. There is a progression. There's certain things you got to do when you're starting out to be able to build upon. You can't just go out there acting like you're making 7 figures right away, because it's just not the right thing to do. So what I want to do is try and be open, honest, and transparent with these people and help them grow their businesses in the right way, in a way that's going to be the most impactful for them and have the most longevity. So 2021, I'm going to be reaching out to specifically customer experience, independent customer experience trainers, coaches, and consultants, and helping them build 6 and 7-figure businesses.
Well, I'm sure you're going to have a long line, and I know you'll have a very large percentage of success of those students. So, James, I've really enjoyed my time with you today. How can folks get in touch with you?
www.jamesdodkins.com if you want to hear about my musical customer experience keynotes. If you just want to get hold of my content and watch my videos, follow me on LinkedIn.
James Dodkins, thank you for enabling us to get this and secure the CX know-how that we need for 2021.